Hey everybody, all zero of you watching. Oh my god. It's actually working. That is amazing. I've been having issues streaming with YouTube lately. Notably from my Mac, so perhaps this isn't an issue on my PC. Maybe I just need to reboot. Anyhow, it's like 12:30. I kind of wanted to be in bed already, but I figured, you know, a couple days ago was Quake's 20th anniversary, which makes me feel really old because I remember when Quake came out. I remember being hyped for it and not having the money or the computer to actually play it. So I thought I'd play a little bit of it before I crawled into bed, because it's been like a week and a half before I've had a week and a half since I've gamed, and I feel like I'm a little overdue. So that said, I'm gonna do a little single player here. Probably laugh at me because that said, let's get that mouse sensitivity up. You know, if I had to question anything, I would say this is not running at a smooth, silky 60 frames per second. Let's figure that out. But according to this, it is. This does not feel like 60 frames per second. But whatever. We'll just do normal. I might have my brightness up too much. I also feel like there's some mouse lag. I could be wrong. Anyhow, I'm running the Dark Places source port, which might explain why I'm lacking music. Actually, I don't know why I'm lacking music. But what the heck, you know? First time I've played this since I was a kid. I mean, a real youngin'. It's funny because I actually played Quake 3 like regularly before getting Quake 2, and then after getting Quake 2 I got Quake 1. You know, definitely worked my way backwards because I don't know, I don't know how to game properly. But I got Quake 3 when I got my first gaming PC, and I use that term loosely. It was just the first PC of my very own, which was in summer of 2000. My dad had given me his old computer, which was a AMD K6 166 with 32 megs of RAM, and I loved that thing. And it had some Diamond Stealth 3D basic video card. I think it had 2, maybe 4 megs of RAM. For comparison, I am playing on a GTX 970 currently that has 4 gigs of RAM, or 3.5 plus half a gig if you want to be pedantic. That said, oh my. Anyhow, that said, I not too long after that scraped up the lunch money to buy myself a AMD K6 II 333 megahertz processor, and when I did that, I also picked up a Voodoo 4 graphics card. My first taste of AGP and proper gaming prowess. I remember being so hyped that in the year 2000 I could actually play current games. So I went out and bought Quake 3, being so excited that I had a computer that was capable of playing it. Oh, look at me missing these buttons. Got on a goof. But anyhow, yeah, I was so freaking hyped about that. Like I said, I went out and bought the most current, popular, awesome game, which at the time was Quake 3. And frankly, it was awesome. My mind was blown because prior to that, I'd been using my mother's computer, which was capable of playing Doom and Doom 2. I played a lot of Doom and Doom 2. But anyhow, got on that Quake hype. That's weird. Okay, now this feels a little bit more like 60. I don't know. Maybe I'm... Oh, Jesus. I just got wrecked. Anyhow, going back to retelling the story of my childhood as a gamer, it wasn't until much later that I got Quake 2 and Quake. You know, like as an example, it wasn't until like, I want to say 2003 or 2004, maybe even 2005 now that I think about it, that I actually picked up original Unreal Tournament. That I remember being at a, I don't know if it was like a Circuit City or something, but man, this is not good. But yeah, it was like at a Circuit City, pretty sure it was Circuit City, back in Indiana, where I used to live, and they had Unreal Tournament on sale for like $10, and I'd heard good things, so I thought, what the heck, I'll pick it up. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this... okay, not as bad as I thought. I was like, oh no, I'm hella dying, but then I realized, nah, I'm not. So yeah, point being, I'm woefully behind on a lot of these classic games, or at least I was. So, you know, I have played Unreal Tournament. I have played this. It's just, it's probably been well over a decade since I played this, and yeah, had to pick it up, or not pick it up. I actually had it for a while, but had to give it a go, just because it was the 20th anniversary. I did the same thing with Duke Nukem 3D, actually, because unless you weren't aware, Duke Nukem 3D came out 20 years ago, back in January. Played around with Duke Nukem 3D. I don't know if I streamed it or not. I think I did. Point being, I totally lost that train of thought. Anyhow, I like playing these games that have like their long time anniversaries, which is cool because there's going to be more coming up. I get to celebrate sort of my sort of heritage as a old school gamer. I don't know. I have a hard time calling myself such a thing. Oh my god, this thing needs to die. Calling myself that because I just wasn't that heavily into it. I didn't have a top-tier gaming machine or anything even kind of close to a top-tier gaming machine. I mean, heck, dude, I sort of will forever regret missing, you know, the era of Voodoo. You know, yeah, I had a Voodoo 4 for a little bit, but it was actually kind of a not-so-great card. I don't know if anyone else around here is old enough to remember, but it wasn't that great of a card. It did the job. I mean, for sure, it was amazing compared to what I had, and I was blown away because, again, I went from having no gaming machine whatsoever to having still an outdated yet capable machine. It helped when I overclocked it, by the by. That machine, that K62-333, was my introduction to overclocking, which was fantastic. I got that thing up to 380, boosted it from a 66 to like a 95 megahertz front side bus. I mean, holy crap, dude! Front side bus. Talk about bringing it back. Jesus! Oh, this is bad. L2 Quake noob. Okay, health packs. Jesus. Sorry for shutting up here. I'm just getting wrecked hardcore and trying not to die. But anyhow, yeah, you know, I missed that era of Voodoo. I only had that Voodoo 4 for kind of a short amount of time. Not too long after, I ended up trading it for an early Radeon. I actually had a Radeon 7000. That was my first real modern graphics card, I guess. That kind of got me a little bit on track with what was available at the time, although still, even then, the 7000 was a budget card, and a budget card it remained the entire time that I owned it. I did overclock the bejesus out of it, though. I made sure that thing ran fast enough to give me smooth frames playing Counter-Strike back in the early 2000s. I don't even think that thing had hardware texture and lighting, which was kind of a big bummer when it came to... Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. Hi, look at me. I'm an idiot. All right. Rockets. I don't have a rocket launcher. Wait, do these guys just not die? Things I should know. I really must get out of here, don't I? Yeah, this isn't going to go well. Not at all. Anyhow, going back to my rambling tale, I picked up a Radeon 7000, and the way I did that was I built somebody a computer out of spare parts, and they paid me by giving me the Radeon 7000. And would you believe it, I stuck with that card for like... Oh, I'm dead. I stuck with that card for like 4 years. I got that card and like... No, God, I stuck with that card for like 5 years. It was a budget card when I got it, and I stuck with it for forever. Maybe it was 4 years, now that I think about it. It had to have been 2001. I know I had the K6-2. I don't know. Anyone watching this probably doesn't care about this story. But, the important thing here is that I stuck with that card forever, and it was not until very, very, very late 2005, in fact, basically 2006, that I upgraded to a new card. Finally got something that was not scrubbed here, which was a GeForce 6600 GT. And let me tell you, talk about blowing my mind. That was top tier graphics card goodness. Oh, I can't go through. I'm gonna play till one of two things happens. Either I die again, or I beat this level, because it is good. But, yeah, top tier graphics card goodness. Not top tier, of course, the 6800 GT was a thing, but, the 6600 GT wasn't that much slower. And I remember being so impressed at the 6600 GT outperformed the Radeon 9800. That was just incredible to me, just mind-blowing. Because I had friends that had Radeon 9800s, and of course, if you were alive, of course most of you were alive. If you were, around and gaming at that time, you know how insane and how amazing both the Radeon 9800 and 9700 cards were. I mean, they were revolutionary in terms of their power. They really, really took it to the next level. Especially in an era where, God, I gotta see if I get my generations right here. The GeForce 4000 series wasn't bad, but the GeForce 5000 series was utter garbage. I mean, not total garbage, but it was just they were just really, really bad at being power hungry and loud and not performing well enough to make up for that issue or those issues. found a secret area. How exciting. Ooh. But so to have a card, 6600 GT, that outperformed the card that I knew of to be like the beast card of the time, just so amazing. And I ran with that card for a while. Actually, the funny thing is, at the time I was right when I was in the military, so I started updating my graphics cards a little more often than 5 years at a time. It only lasted a little bit though. But I remember having woo! Okay, not good. Ah! I had a 6600 GT, and then I upgraded to a 7600 GT when that came out. Kept that for a while, and then had a Radeon X 1950 XT, but it was the 256 meg version, not the 512, which probably would have been the better buy, you know, all things considered. Oh. Jesus, don't scare me like that. Would have been the better buy to get that for sure. But I made do with that card for a while, not a terribly long time. Had that for probably a year. Oh, well, there we go. I'm dead. So this gaming session is done, and you don't have to worry about hearing me talk about my gaming history that you don't care about. I was just trying to fill the background noise because there wasn't any music and I wasn't playing online, so I wasn't talking to anybody. Totally realized that I misnamed this on my YouTube stream, so it's showing up as a classroom video and not a gamer video. I'll fix that later. If you watch this, cool, thanks. You probably think I'm a total scrub when it comes to gaming, and you would be right. I'm not a top tier MLG, you know, flick shotting FPS champion. I'm just a guy who is procrastinating on sleeping. That said, this has been Get Rikt. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you next time.